Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for this week's new chapter of Boku no Hero Academia. This time we got chapter 232. I'm super excited because I've loved everything about this arc. It is just so good seeing the villains get their development. I say it every week, and last time we ended up with Twice finally making it to re-destro. So yeah, let's see where we go from here. Starting off on page 1. We see Twice here at the top. As you'd expect, it takes a lot more time to duplicate other things than it does to duplicate myself. Twice multiplies. You know yourself better than anyone else after all. And he creates copies of his comrades as well. Alright. So, ready to piss yourself and beg for forgiveness yet, Baldy? Okay, and we're seeing, it looks like Shigaraki and Dabi clones. There should have been quite a few soldiers standing guard down below. Skeptic was right. You possess a wonderful superpower. Listen up, you bastards. You all are copies, says Twice. Okay. Therefore, even if you die, you won't cease to exist. And don't worry, I'll dig your graves. Don't duplicate your leader under the assumption that I'll die, says the Shigaraki clone. Repeat after me. We are clones. We won't die, even if we're killed. That ought to make you feel better. Hell no it doesn't. And who's this guy, says the Dabi clone. That Baldy you're looking at is the boss of the Liberation Army. What? Actually, wait a minute. You're able to duplicate yourself now? Says the compressed clone. Oh yeah, I didn't meet you guys on the way here. I overcame my trauma. Huh? Does that mean you're a duplicate too? Okay. Chapter 232, Superpowers and Quirks. Alright, League of Copies, assemble. Of course not. I'm the real deal. Excuse me. I'm obviously the real one. Enough already. It doesn't matter who's who. Right now, we're all thinking the same thing. We'll put our lives on the line for our friend's sake. Alright? And then the one rushes toward Giran, but gets blown apart. See, I told you he was a fake, says one of the Twices to another one. Okay, that's great. Your clones are awfully fragile. By the way, do you actually understand that you're still in a hostage situation, says re-destro. Were you able to see what he did just now, says Compress. Don't ask me, says Dabi. But by Gawara, if you create any more clones, I'll kill Giran. It was never my intention to kill him, since he's not an official member of the League, but... Don't worry, Twice. You managed to create this chance for us. It's one versus many, says Shigaraki. We've got the advantage, says Compress, rushing in. All we gotta do is take Giran back, right? Says Dabi. Wait! And all the Twice clones are calling out to them as we see re-destro standing by Giran. And then his arm grows massive and covers with, again, the Rorschach-y looking thing that grows all over him. Okay. And they all look surprised. The hell? Okay. We see his giant hand, and he slaps he slaps all of them in half, it looks like. All the clones. You all are just terrible. It's absurd that we're even competing in the same ring. It does make him look really cool when that thing is like growing all over his face. Giran, okay, and he's starting to form more back into a Twice body. Ouch. Your fingers, they really are gone. Ah, shit, damn it, your entire right hand, not just your fingers. You've always smoked your American spirits with your right hand. Man, I'm pathetic. I leaked my client's personal information. I'm a failure of a merchant. Don't apologize. People who have done nothing wrong should never apologize. As I thought, you really are just playing make-believe villains, says re-destro. If you have an objective as an organization, unnecessary emotions are but shackles that weigh you down. You will be crushed beneath the Liberation Army's indomitable will. And we see the thing growing along his hand again. Yeah, sure. You must have such lofty ideals, says Shigaraki, attacking from behind, but it looks like he dodges out of the way. Still alive, are we? Lofty ideals, you say? This is a perfect opportunity. I'll measure your worth. Once upon a time, a woman bore a child possessing a superpower, and we see the mark growing on his face more. At the time, the world was in chaos, and there was still a strong prejudice against superpowers. Amidst the unrelenting abuse and discrimination, her beloved child was pelted with stones day in and day out, and this must be the story of the original Destro. And so with her small voice, the woman appealed to the world. This is just my child's quirk, she said. We must create a world in which this child can live freely. But her pleas were met with ridicule and buried, and we see him knocking the hands off Shigaraki and hitting him across the side of the face, it looks like. And she never raised her voice against society again. Why, you ask? Because she was killed by the anti-superpower faction. No shit, Sherlock, the mother of quirks, right? You playing me for a fool? Oh, how rude of me. I assumed you hadn't received an education. But then the heroes, the government, teamed up with then-thriving vigilantes and began to quell the chaos. And they dug up the woman's words for their political campaigning. Superpowers are merely a type of human individuality. They're quirks. In other words, diversity. It was truly a progressive way of thinking. However, the legislation they actually enacted was the complete and utter suppression of superpowers, even more so than today. And he grabs Shigaraki. They can change the name as many times as they want, but it's meaningless. They were trying to prevent the use of abilities altogether. But if the masses cannot utilize their abilities freely, they'll never attain true freedom. And thus said Destro, "This is not the future my mother wished for. A world where superpowers could be called quirks in the true sense of the word." "My mother," says Shigaraki. "It was an inconvenient truth for them. Do you understand why Destro's memorandum sold so well? Resisting the government's oppression and obtaining true freedom. I will carry the weight of those responsibilities and achieve Destro's long-standing desire. I am Destro's descendant. I am the inheritor of his blood, of his will. I am re-destro." Do you truly believe that a gang of street punks with no history to their name, who want nothing more than destruction, are greater than us? "Twice, make a cushion if you want, to protect Giran," says Shigaraki. "After the first attack, I got stuck in the window frame, and I saw him in the corner of my eye." "He's coming." "Oh. Knowing him, he'll definitely touch the tower." "Okay. It looks like it's the real Shigaraki. He's gonna bring the whole place down." "Okay, I love that the fake one. That's what I would do." Oh, this is so good. I love the psychology of having clones. And they all think independently. That was so good. He brings the whole tower down. "You're human. You're supposed to die when you fall from a tall building. Are you the boss?" "Wait. Oh, you. You were in that Detnerot commercial, weren't you?" "You lost your chance to hear the answer," says re-destro. Re-destro is a cool villain, and I love this is similar to the Stain thing, where we're seeing the League of Villains with their sort of muddy, unclear, destroy everything philosophy going up against sort of villains who have a reason to do what they want. And of course, like, it's always the wording they use. Like, the supervillain's always like, "Ah, yes, this is for freedom," when their idea of freedom is stratification of classes based on your powers. So the stronger your power, the more actual freedom you would have than somebody else. And freedom without equality, when one person's freedom supersedes the other person's freedom, isn't really freedom. So, I really like the way that they're bad guys with a point. Their point isn't good, because it's like, when you first hear it, oh, they want a world where everybody can use their quirks. That sounds good, and then you find out, but also your place in society will be based on your quirk. Oh, then never mind. It's like, they took something that was like, oh, that sounds okay, and then they're like, oh yeah, but in practice it's going to be terrible. So, all of that was great. Let me make sure there's not an extra page, because sometimes there is. Nope, all good. Okay, I'm so excited for this. I really want to see more. Looks like we're going to get more Shigaraki development. We're probably going to continue on with the spinner stuff where he's watching Shigaraki and we're seeing the growth through his eyes a little bit. And we kind of started off this arc with Spinner giving his thoughts on the League of Villains and their objectives and all that. So I think the way it should wrap back around probably is that Shigaraki will do something noble in Spinner's eyes, will find a real true calling that they can get behind, and that'll bring the arc around to where it was at the beginning, where we saw Spinner's thoughts and how the League was kind of floundering, and it's going to end with the League more cemented in what they're going to do, and Spinner fully behind and loyal to what they're going for because of it. So I feel like that's the story that's being told here. But either way, it's a great story so far. I've enjoyed every single bit of it. It doesn't look... I wish we got some compress development, and unless he's going to fight Hanabata, then I don't know if we are going to get that. Skeptic is still around somewhere, but I feel like he's more of an enemy for Twice, the real Twice. So I don't know. We probably won't get too much more Dabi development. He might fight this Ice Guy some more. Gigantomachia might come in for the save. But I don't particularly think we're going to get more more Dabi development, because I think we're going to get a Todoroki arc in the future. Like, it seems like every couple of arcs we come back to do a little bit more of the Todoroki family drama, and Dabi as a character has gotten involved with the Todoroki family drama stuff. Even if he isn't Toya, he's gotten involved in that storyline. So next time we get back to that storyline is probably when we'll get more Dabi, or more significant Dabi development. So I don't think he's going to get too much, like, right now. But yeah, it's going to be mostly about Shigaraki from here on out, with maybe some side stuff with whatever's going on with Skeptic and whoever fights Hanabata. But we'll see. And was there any more than just the four of them? We heard him mention Apocrypha, but that's probably just referring to the everybody, just the little helper people like the Ice Guy. Or maybe it could even be referring to the Ice Guy in particular. But the only four I really remember were Curious, Skeptic, Hanabata, and re-destro. There might have been more that I'm forgetting. Maybe I'll go look back a couple chapters. But yeah, those are the only four I remember. But either way, that's it. I've kind of rambled on a bit with some thoughts. But yeah, I hope this arc continues as long as it wants to, because I'm enjoying it, and that's it. So thank you once again for watching. I'll see you all... Wait, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you up to there, talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server, just ask and I can give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.